Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and Arrowhead has promised a huge update, and a lot of us are wondering what's going to be in that update. Well, there's some stuff about Widow's Harbor, but also, are we finally going to get huge raid bosses, which would be so much fun in this game? We're going to go over what we know and what we can be expecting, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So, now that we went ahead and got the Illuminate to back off, at least for the time being, Helldivers put out a pretty interesting tweet the other day. They said, thanks to the relentless efforts of the Helldivers, the Meridian Singularity has been halted and it's time for an official celebration for all citizens. Spend some unforgettable moments at Free Springs Retreat, Widow's Harbor, and party in the light of the Singularity. That's ominous. Drinks, rations, live performances, more talent to be deployed, capacity is limited, attendance is invite only, invites have been delivered to select Class A citizens. And of course, Ironsight seems to have an idea of what exactly is going on here, saying, I've been waiting for something to happen with Widow's Harbor. Remember the date, everyone. This one is going to be interesting. So, well, that is pretty ominous. And then he showed a picture of Widow's Harbor right here, the planet. It's definitely a moon-based one, and if we actually look on the galactic map, it's pretty much right on Earth's doorstep. I mean, it's literally right around the corner, and that could spell some pretty big doom and gloom if what Ironsights is saying comes true. We know that the Illuminate are going to be having a full-scale invasion for us. It probably involves Super Earth getting attacked directly, and this could be the thing that kicks it off. And if it does, well, I hope it's not just the Illuminate we see. We know that from past leaks that the Terminids and Automatons are going to work with them, and to see some boss battles from their forces would absolutely shake things up and probably be one of the most enjoyable things in the game. And well, if you've been wondering about boss battles, it seems like they're closer than ever before, and so let's dive into it. We do know that there are talks about upcoming Dark Fluid Harvesters. It's going to be a new mission type, so if we actually stop the Illuminate, it looks like we're going to be getting some new enemy type alongside with that, which is pretty exciting. Now, as I said, we know about the Dark Fluid Harvesters from leaks and data mines, and well, the Helldivers Discord has decided that they will no longer allow any leaks or data mine information inside of it. Baskinator said, links that contain data mine info have to be treated in this channel like they are in the rest of the server. You're welcome to make this content, but the links can't be pinned here, can't be shared, debated in chat. You can always put the links in your profile or share them in DMs with one another, and I think that's pretty fair. There's tons of YouTube channels that cover data mine information like myself, and there's other ways to go ahead and glean that information, and most people in the Helldivers Discord don't actually want to see that content, so it's completely fair that they're going ahead and doing that route. Now, along with that, with this new MO, one of the devs actually said, we want to be more generous with players not actively playing the game or choosing to play their own way, but I reckon there's a deeper problem where we need better encouragement for players participating with the MOs. Having 100% participation means the MOs will always be one though, and that introduces other issues. So it's pretty interesting. There's been talk about like maybe super credits being given to players that do the MOs exclusively, but again, like that dev said, if everyone just focuses on the MO instead of just having fun and playing the game they want, well, it's unlikely we'll ever lose an MO unless it's a story narrative one that's designed to be that way. Along with that, Shams actually talked about a new armor progression system. He said, personally, I'd like to see a total rework of armor passives and tie it to a fun progression system. Anything really. I mean, I don't think we need to go bananas with plate systems and stuff, but we can do so much more. All personal opinions, of course. I don't go anywhere near design besides actually sitting next to them. And it'd be great to see more progression systems. We've covered this on this channel as well before. There's a bunch of different armor variants that Ironsights has shown us that are going to come to the game possibly in the near future, and it would just be nice to have ways to go ahead and progress, like, you know, the tier 6 ship upgrades, which we've been waiting for a very long time. Not to mention, we do desperately need more enemy danger types. There was the whole Gloom expedition we did recently where we went in, we got the brand new Gloom Hunters that were a brand new thing. We saw this image of a Bile Titan with some extra limbs, but we never got any information on it or never saw anything further with it. And Helldivers 1, the original game, had a bunch of cool boss battles, from Hive Lord to the Automatons having their own section, and even the Illuminate. Now, the Hive Lord is still probably the first one coming in, especially with the Gloom and where we've been going in with that, but we don't know when we're going to be going back into the Gloom, unfortunately, and we can't even play against those new Gloom enemy types. I do think we are going to get the brand new Illuminate variants, which we've covered on this channel before. I'll go ahead and actually play the entire list of the upcoming enemy Illuminate types in case you haven't seen it before, but I do hope we actually go ahead and do the Illuminate MO, because it would mean that we get to see a lot new enemy variation in that sector. There are new intel leaks from shadowy corners of the web. Sources are classified, but also known as data miner extraordinaire Ironsights. We're gonna have to run into the tier 2 tripods, which look like something from War of the Worlds. They're hulking aberrations from the Super Earth Defense Force, and they will lumber onto the battlefield alongside the tier 1. The tier 2, however, have enhanced armor which will allow them to shrug off what would cripple a standard tripod. These Iron Sentinels are rumored to possess the devastating Death Ball ability, a concentrated energy blast capable of vaporizing entire squads, and thanks to what Ironsights has told us, when they die, they will explode, taking us with them if we are too close to the downed enemy. But the Illuminate are not just a technologically advanced army. There are leaks that reveal a sinister undercurrent of sorcery. Illuminate adepts can stalk the battlefield. They look like this right here, and apparently they will be wielding arcane energies that warp reality itself. I'm really digging the Warhammer 40k like chaos thing going on here. Anyways, their very present disrupts friendly electronics, while blasts of crackling eldritch energy sears flesh and metal alike. Even more disturbing are the Illuminate mages, shrouded figures who command legions of lesser demons and otherworldly beings ripped from the fabric of your nightmares. Compared to the automatons and the terminids, this is something completely outside of our normal elements of warfare, at least that we've experienced so far. And the coming conflict with the Illuminate is going to demand a new breed of Helldiver. Our standard arsenal honed against the predictable tactics of the bugs and the bots may not suffice, and we're going to need some new war bonds and gear to deal with it. New weapon systems are rumored to be in development, incorporating salvaged Illuminate tech, and there's even new survival packs to give your team a better support boost that you can see here, and even a brand new mech that will rain down more destruction. But along with that, there are going to be brand new mission types coming to the game. One of the big one is Iron Sights actually let us know about this Illuminate ship encounter. This will likely be part of a large objective, and given its size, it might actually be a large-scale event, which is pretty interesting to say the least. That being said, there is also a ton of other stuff that we can be expecting with the Illuminate, and well, it looks pretty promising if you're looking for some variety in Helldivers too. There's going to be a special intel objective on the map. There's going to be the objective to collect intel at Crash Super Earth drone sites, which will come back into play in a minute when we talk about Super Earth. There will be sites marked with a red flare that is visible from across the map, and our goal is to carry this intel with you to extraction. Upon successful extraction of intel, you will unlock special opportunity missions, so a mission within a mission basically, and opportunity missions will likely have unique objectives and may take place behind enemy lines. Now, thankfully, Asunder actually went ahead and showed us some coding actually in the game files. It lets us know that intel packages are worth 500 requisition if they're extracted from a mission. The location of the intel is indicated on our mini-map. There will also be compromised intel packages that will notify the enemy of our whereabouts and cause an encounter. There will be retrieving intel triggers an enemy response, and we will be able to get special rewards, and this will all be tied to an intel PDA, which is currently unused and in our hips on the game right now. You can actually run around and see it sometimes. Now, that being said, Iron Sights did let us know of some other mission objectives that are coming in the very near future, and this one actually revolves around, well, the Illuminate. He let us know that there are going to be Illuminate ritual objectives, and our goal is to locate and stop all Illuminate rituals. At the ritual sites, Illuminate summoners will actively perform a ritual, and we got to interrupt it and kill all summoners. There is actually a ghoul model in the game that will be summoned to go ahead and stop us while we're doing that to aid them in combat, and upon interrupting a ritual, a large earthquake will be felt nearby. There are two ritual types, default and whole. The dark fluid harvesters might also be involved. If you haven't seen it, this is the whole, I believe, right here, but that's going to be somewhat involved with the ritual. Now, along with that, the dark fluid harvester Iron Sights was actually put into the game. This is an Illuminate based thing. A dark fluid, if you don't know, was something that caused the explosion with the Meridia black hole. You can see the harvester in game right here. It is a pretty big object towering over the trees and rocks and foliage around with it. Now, along with that, there's going to be even more types of mission objectives coming into the game. Let me know down below, what is your big hope for the expansion of the game? Do you want just more Illuminate, or would you rather see some new types of enemies for like boss battles? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more Helldivers 2 news on the daily, and until next time everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading managed democracy.